Rudy Giuliani, who was at one point known as Mayor 9/11, who presided over the city of New York as its mayor during and in the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, appeared on Real America's Voice with Dr. Gina. Now, we'll get to this Dr. Gina thing in a second. Why is she Dr. Gina, and what kind of a doctor is she? Pay really close attention to this clip. Rudy Giuliani does not reject 9/11 conspiracies in this interview when the host floats, listen, I'm not that conspiratorial, but I'm starting to wonder about some of these conspiracy theories about 9/11 myself. And Rudy, rather than rejecting out of hand those conspiracy theories, which relate to an event that happened in New York while he was mayor of New York City, he sort of says, yeah, there's lots of stuff that I didn't believe, which turned out to be true. Check this out and pay really close attention to the language being used here.
And Mayor, I guess I have to ask you this because it struck me yesterday as I looked through the posts. You know, you always see all the posts on social media on September 11th, and rightly so. We should absolutely remember and never forget. But I noticed a sincere, strong uptick in the number of folks asking about things that have traditionally been painted conspiracy theories regarding September 11th. And I noticed a lot of people saying things like that it's disrespectful to those who've died and those who've suffered to ask any questions about it. But I also know, Mayor, not only did you live through 9/11, you've been a target of the federal government. You've been one of those people who's been persecuted, one of the 50 or more we know at this point, persecuted basically for doing your job and being friends with the president.
So understand the connection that's being drawn here, okay? Dr. Gina says, listen, I'm not big on these 9/11 conspiracy theories, but I'm now starting to be a little more sympathetic to the 9/11's conspiracy theory people, because similarly, there are people who said things about you, Mr. Mayor, that turned out to be untrue as well. And so if those things were wrong, maybe the conspiracy theorists about 9/11 are right. That's what Dr. Gina is saying. Now, by the way, let's talk, and we're going to continue with the clip. Dr. Gina. This is Gina Loudon. She's known as Dr. Gina. She's just a right-wing media personality. Now, you might remember when it was Dr. Jill Biden, all of these right-wingers were saying, that's not a medical doctor. Why are they calling her Dr. Jill Biden? That's absolutely crazy. She's a doctor of education. Dr. Gina has a PhD in human and organization systems from Fielding Graduate University, which is an online school. Now, there's nothing wrong with online school or any of it, but that doctorate is completely irrelevant to her role as the host of the Dr. Gina show. Just so many people might not even know this, Rachel Maddow was a Rhodes Scholar and has a doctorate of philosophy in politics from the University of Oxford, okay? It would still be a bit much to say Dr. Rachel Maddow, the Dr. Rachel Maddow show, although I would argue that her DPhil in politics from Oxford is more relevant and more impressive than what makes Gina Loudon a doctor. But where were they when it was Dr. Jill Biden's degree shouldn't be mentioned, but yet now it's the Dr. Gina show? It's absurd, and you'll actually hear Rudy refer to her as doctor, which is just like the cherry on top.
I guess I kind of was thinking yesterday, I don't believe the things that I've read about that, but I don't fault people anymore for asking questions that may sound outlandish when our government is a proven enemy of some people.
Oh.
Mayor, I wanted to give you a chance to speak to this.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Doctor, that's really...
Why does it feel absurd for him to refer to her as doctor in this context?
I find myself now saying things and realizing they're true, that if I had said them 5 years ago, I would have thought I was crazy.
Right.
I mean, I would have...
Well, we think you're crazy now for saying them.
Let's take Russian collusion. That a political party would spend $2 million to make up a charge, to frame candidate for president, then to try to frame a president and remove him on a charge that was purchased and is a complete lie. Right. Carry it on for 4 or 5 years and have the support of the American press. I would have said, that's crazy. That can't happen. I mean, that can't possibly happen. The press will be outraged. They'll go nuts. And once they found out that it was a complete fraud, they just go on to the next fraud. The whole thing with the Ukraine, which turned out to be another fraud. And then they go on to suppress the hard drive, which contains.
So basically what Rudy is saying is, instead of Dr. Gina, let me be very clear. Dr. Gina, did I mention doctor? I was mayor of 9/11 when that happened. And what took place on that day is that more than a dozen men, mostly Saudis, attacked us, and they flew 2 planes, and then another one crashed in Pennsylvania. You know, and then the 3. But fine, he doesn't do that. He instead says, "Hey, listen, I know what you're saying about maybe these conspiracy theorists are right. There was the Russia thing, and then there was the Ukraine thing, as he says it, and on and on and on." He is not rejecting the idea that the 9/11 conspiracy theories may be true. He was mayor of New York during 9/11. And he now, and again, I don't actually think Rudy believes any of the conspiracy theories. I think Rudy knows exactly what happened on 9/11, the way we've all gotten to the bottom of it, as Donald Trump says we have not. But he has been so sucked in by this just vile right-wing movement, non-thinking movement, that this is the answer that he has to give. It's a sad state of affairs. One of our longtime sponsors is Monk Pack, offering low-sugar, plant-based, keto-friendly bars. I love these. They are the perfect snack for anyone trying to eat better or cutting back on sugar and carbs without sacrificing taste. Monk Pack offers granola bars and nut and seed bars, each with only 1 gram of sugar or less, 2 to 3 net carbs, and 150 calories or less. I'm a big fan of the macadamia white chocolate nut and seed bar. Great combination of sweet, salty, chewy, and crunchy. And there's under 1 gram of sugar. They come in other awesome flavors like sea salt dark chocolate, coconut cocoa chip, and caramel sea salt. Monk Pack is great if you're doing keto. I don't do keto, but Monk Pack is just great for anyone who wants something delicious on the go without the sugar. And my audience gets 20% off your first order at monkpack.com when you use the coupon code PACMAN at checkout. The link is down below.